How's it going, everybody? TrinfiniteX here, back with some more Metroid Prime 2. So, I'm sorry for starting so late, but I did figure out how to adjust the brightness a little bit. There is only so much I can do, but it should look a little better, and if it's not good enough, I can adjust it further. Even during the stream, I figured out how to do it, so should be better, I hope. So, last time we went and beat Dark Samus, we got ourselves the Dark Beam, and now it's time to launch ourselves into the Dark World. So the Dark Beam here obviously opens dark doors. Big surprise. The whole concept of just beam doors is not at all new to Metroid in the slightest. Pirate Grenadier. So the Dark Beam is like a better Ice Beam. It is extremely potent against enemies that are from the quote-unquote light world. Oh, he got me. They actually learned a few tricks. Actually started dodging a tiny bit. Amazing. Alright. One moment. Okay. Alright, so now we can access dark portals and go to the dark world. This time, for some reason, of our own volition. After what happened the first time, I don't know why Samus would be in a hurry to do this again. Well, no, that's not true. Technically, this is the second time. Yeah, that's right. We've already been to the Dark World at least once in order to get the space jump. In any case, hey, look at that. The pirate team that was sent here earlier doesn't look like it did so well. I gotta love how our scan visor is like it can determine the cause of death. It can it just gives us so much information. It's like a an entire forensic analysis tool by itself. You can use your dark beam in several ways, not the least of which is to actually disable beacons and such. And they count as research scans. And then you can reactivate them just by shooting them a bunch. Oh, wrong button. There we go. There's a whole bunch of things that you wouldn't think would be scans that totally are scans. For some reason. So as I'm sure you've noticed, there's a bunch of light doors in this room, which, yeah, the game kind of tells you right away exactly what's coming, you know? Game doesn't exactly hide it. Obviously, we're gonna be getting a light beam in the near future. Let's go ahead and grab this Dark Temple key first. Mainly just because we can. I love how the name of this place is Doomed Entry. So that's just a quick way to take that guy out. It's just hit the Phazon tanks next to him. Turns out the Ing are not immune to giant explosions involving Phazon. Yeah, that is a good point, Ripple. This game loads basically the rooms that are, so like right now, the rooms that are loaded are this room, and the other room that's connected to this other door up here. And then if you proceed through a door into, like, say, this room, then it will load the next rooms attached to it. How you doing, Ripple? You having a good day? Good to hear. Alright. So you can actually stand on those blade pods. And save room. Again, pirates never learn. More space pirates that didn't do so well. So, I found a way to adjust the brightness slightly for, like, OBS and things. Like, first I found it on my TV, then I discovered that wasn't going to help OBS. And then I found it in OBS. If it's still not bright enough or good enough, just let me know. I can actually play with it and adjust it during the stream. If you feel it's too dark still. But I'm looking at the stream, it seems okay to me. I'm actually tempted to go back and do that Majora's Mask playthrough now. Now that it won't look so incredibly dark. Let's not take a dip in the Phazon. We don't have our Phazon suit anymore. Unfortunately, that suit's running around with a mind of its own. And there's this room. Just full of the stuff. The gimmick in here is that you can't just scan these control posts from anywhere. You have to scan it from, like, right in front of it. It's a gimmick this game uses again in a couple places. Game. Thankfully, if we're ever short on health, we can honestly just sit in one of these light fields to recover energy. So if you're really desperate, just sit around in a light field and you will get all your health back. It's literally that simple. Ooh, actually can't scan that Phazon. Interesting. Pretty sure there's a scan for Phazon. Oh. All right. De-nullify that. Get rid of the bugs. And here in this room, they teach you about the these things here, the ink claws that spew out poison gas that make the dark aether atmosphere even worse for you. And the reason they teach you about it here is because at a certain point, you'll have the option to potentially skip the boss of this area. Except that the room you need to go through in order to skip it is full of this poison gas that does extra damage to you. It makes your health disappear incredibly fast. Like so. And they don't want you skipping the boss of this area. Naturally, I say this because there is a way to skip it. It's not even that hard, it's just that you don't get a lot of time to get it right. But if you do get it right, you can totally skip the boss of this area completely. And it's lots of fun. Lots of fun to do, because then you're walking around without a very necessary power-up for a long time. All right. Game, come on. There we go. So, just a few more of these. These guys make a lot of noise for just the two of them. Oh, they hit the light field, that's why. Yeah, dark enemies that touch light fields take damage. In the same way that we take damage if we touch Dark Aether's atmosphere. Later on, that will become very important. And now, the somewhat obvious weapon get, the light beam. I mean, if they were gonna give us a dark beam, of course they were gonna give us a light beam. And obviously, it opens light doors. Of course. And as it's telling us on the screen, if we defeat enemies with the opposite beam, we will gain ammunition for the other beam. So, with our light beam, we can supercharge the beacons. And that is actually very useful. Whoa. There we go. Again, this will come into play much more later. Also, 40% of my logbook scans are complete, apparently. Too many bugs in this room. Ah, here's a missable scan right here. These things never come back. So make sure you get them if you're interested in full logbook scans. Again, if the game is still too dark, I can adjust the brightness. That's why I started so late today. Because it took me a bit to figure it out, but I can, in fact, play with it now, even during the stream, if the stream is still too dark. Just let me know. So that dark enemy was inside of the light field, and I supercharged it, and it died immediately. Because that's how that works. And they drop dark ammunition if they're killed by light. And if I want light ammunition, I just have to kill it with a dark weapon. So, killing those ing pods dropped light ammunition because I killed it with the dark beam. You get the idea. Okay. So now, we've gone around the loop this way. There's still a couple places we haven't been, and we need the temple keys in order to break into the temple and fight the boss for this area. Remember these things from Prime 1? Tentacles that come out of the wall and try to whack you. Yeah, they're back. They're smaller and more annoying in this one. Hey, look! There's a temple key right there out in the open. We're gonna sit here for a minute and get a little bit of health back. Move over here for a second. Collect a little bit of health. Try and speed this up. In fact, I may want to actually get some light ammo if I can. There we go. If you're thinking 50 shots looks a little bit restrictive for ammunition, don't worry. There are plenty of beam ammo expansions, as the bars right there should indicate. So now our first real fight. The Ing are a little bit tired of us messing around in the Dark World. Lots of Ing warriors. And there's no beacon for us to supercharge here, so we can't just like supercharge the beacon and kill them when they run into it. But we now have a light beam, so they're far less intimidating. Well, if we can spot them, that is. So in the same way that the Dark Beam does lots of extra damage to enemies in the Light World, the Light Beam does tremendous amounts of damage to the Ing and other dark creatures. So they're not going to last very long. But neither is our ammunition. That's the trick. As good as the light beam is, you still have to manage your ammo. There's still another one. But we depleted our light ammo, but it's okay because this is the last one, so we can just missile it down, honestly. But you see how many missiles it takes, though? They're quite tanky. Without the light beam, they take a lot of hits. Much needed light ammo. There we go. So how are you doing tonight, Aurora? Everything going well for you? Hey, and this blast door basically tells us we're going to get super missiles in this game at some point. Which shouldn't be a surprise at all if you played Prime 1. So now, I'm pretty sure, can Can I get up? If I stand on the blade pod? Yes, I can. I can get up here. There we go. You want to whack a couple of inspectors? Did you get inspected at work or something? Oh yeah, Preeds. Remember these from Prime 1? They were reskinned for this game. Let's see. So, there is no light portal here where we entered. The dark portal leads to the dark world, but there's no light portal here on the other side. Oh, they give you a bunch of paperwork that's just a giant mess? Yeah, wow. Okay. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Do they just sort of expect that it's your job to organize it? Well, I guess I should ask, is it your job to organize it, or are they supposed to turn it in a more orderly fashion? Alright. So now that we have the light beam, we can open this door. And find an ammunition station inside. Ammo stations are pretty rare, but since they exist, we can take full advantage of them to replenish all of our light, dark, and missile ammo. So, if you check your map, the little P symbol here represents a portal. So, if you're ever lost, you can look for one of these. And here we go. Back to the light world with our new beam weapon. So now we can open all kinds of doors. Oh, so they just ignore the standards for their paperwork? Ah. I see. There's the Phazon research. If it could be made worse by Phazon, you can be sure the space pirates will bring it with them. Yeah, we want to go through the dark door. Okay. Alright. Now we can finally see what's in these hallways. Well, we already saw the bottom of this hallway, but not the top of it. And hey, look at this! We can now get into these giant cannons that they were shooting at us with earlier. What can we do with these, I wonder? We can destroy stuff. And unlike when they were shooting at us, like the explosions didn't actually harm us. For some reason, they do harm the space pirates. Not that I'm objecting or anything. So this part right here that I'm doing is actually very important. Destroying all those objects and getting up here, super big deal. Why? Because up here is our first beam ammo expansion. Now we go from 50 shots each to 100 shots each. And we get this guy's testament, which will be useful far later in the game. So Ripple, have you decided to start your own playthrough of this game yet? Because if you haven't, what are you waiting for? If you enjoyed Prime 1, you will enjoy this. Absolutely. This is the wrong place. It's down one. Ah, sand. There we go. So we have 2 of the required temple keys. We just need the 3rd one. And we can enter the temple in the Dark World to collect the energy for this area. And the last temple key is actually right in front of the door, basically. Well, not in front of it, literally, but right next to it. Whoops. Alright, which way am I going? Yeah, I'm going this way. There we go. Now that we have double jump, we can just make this jump and go backwards this way. Oh yeah, and also, now that we have the dark beam, we can open the dark door over here. Oh, after we fall down. After I platform correctly, I believe there's a save station right around the corner. Here we go. This is what I was supposed to do. Yes, there is. Construction inspector, eh? Well, I mean, at least it's... Well, I don't know. Is it better? Aurora, tell me, would you rather have an inspector turn in their inspection of someone else to you, or would you rather be inspected? Oh, really? That's neat. Ah, I see. What kind of engineering did he deal with? Ah, waste removal? Okay. And here's our last Dark Temple key. And now we can gain entry to the boss fight for this area. In my opinion, one of the coolest fights in the game. Honestly, actually all the temple bosses are really cool. Like Metroid Prime's bosses were kind of a coin toss as to whether or not they were really fun fights, but pretty much all the fights in this game are fun. Welcome to Amorbis. Because there's no way we would just get access to the temple immediately, right? That'd be far too easy. So Morbus 2 is not difficult to figure out. You shoot the worms. The worms try to connect to the ball to get more power. You shoot them some more. And that's it. Then you get sucked up by them, and then you deploy bombs in their mouth. Which I believe is also not a new concept for Metroid. getting sucked into the enemies deliberately so you can lay bombs inside them. Preserving a little bit of ammo here. Again, the game is super generous with these drops. Now there's 2 worms. And they have a nasty attack. Besides that one attack, they're not terribly dangerous. They can nullify beacons, but that's really just an annoyance. Tons and tons of energy drops. Utilizing charge shots is easily the best way to deal with the Morbus because it only takes one charge shot to remove the armor from a Morbus and get him locked on to the ball so that you can take him out. A Morbus is intimidating and kind of cool looking, but ultimately not terribly dangerous. But that's fine, because this is just the first temple. The game wants to give you a chance to figure things out. Oh yeah! Haven't you noticed, Ripple? Like, all Nintendo games technically have the same enemies, but redone slightly differently. Like, if you think about it, Deku Babas are effectively piranha plants. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a Pokemon that looks pretty. There's several Pokemon that look very similar to piranha plants. I'm not sure if there's a Metroid equivalent, unless you count those tentacle things that come out of the wall, like piranha plants come out of pipes or whatever. And then there's a bunch of other crossover enemies, like yeah, the worm boss here. Let's see, Zelda's done, like, tons of, like a spider boss. There's, like, tons of bosses where, like, the answer is to shoot the eye. Like, oh yeah, that's right, hand bosses. Like, remember Super Mario 64 had like a hand boss in the Sand Temple, and then Wind Waker also had the giant head with two hands boss? Solar plant boss from Metroid Prime 1. Oh yeah, Flagra, yeah. You're right. Giant boss piranha plant. But like Andross was a giant head with hands boss, and then Mario had one, and then Zelda had one. Like, Nintendo reuses a lot of concepts is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's right, Ocarina of Time Shadow Temple boss is just a head with hands boss. Like, there's tons and tons of reused material in Nintendo games, is what I'm saying. So yeah, Mulgara's cousin is definitely a Morbus here. And these games were both, and yeah, Wind Waker and Prime 2 were both GameCube games, so. Goma? You talking about Goma inside the Deku Tree? Oh yeah! While we were talking about this, we got the Dark Suit. The Dark Suit makes us take way less damage in the Dark World. Like, look at this. We're still taking damage, but we're taking it very slowly. In fact, we're taking it at the exact same rate that we regain it in light fields. So, it was like triple this rate of damage without the Dark Suit. So, this is definitely a benefit. And we're immune to the toxic gas of the Ink Claws, so now we can actually proceed forward to the area that would lead us to Torval's Bog without dying. Now, of course, if you're just really good, you can straight up get around that and cheese your way into Torval's without beating a Morbus, but you know, that's cheating. So the Ing are a little pissed off that we have the temple energy. They don't really want us returning it. So now there's tons and tons of Ing around that we have to bypass. But first, let's save the game. Again, I hope the brightness is okay. I did adjust it slightly. And like, yeah, I remember in Super Mario Sunshine, Petey Piranha was the first boss. In fact, I think he's been the first boss in a couple of things. Hey, look, Dark Pirates. You know what I have to say to that? Well, apparently, not as much as I thought, because they're not letting me pass very easily. Get out of here. Let me jump up here. I was trying to jump up past that guy, but he wouldn't let me jump past him. They're still shooting where our model is supposed to be. But we're not actually there until the cutscene ends. There we go. Just had to kill that one guy who was getting in my way. And now we're in the light world. Safe at last from taking damage from the atmosphere. We'll go ahead and get rid of these guys. Blow up in these crates for a little health. Game is super generous, gave us a 50 for nothing. And some missiles. And I'm pretty sure we don't even, yeah, with double jump, we don't even need to go around. And we're basically home free. Just gotta ignore all the bugs. I'm trying to think, were there any other giant worm bosses that Nintendo has done? Like there was Mulgara, there's a Morbus here. I could swear there were others. I'm just trying to remember them. And I can't think of them off the top of my head. Like, I guess, no, well, I mean, I guess technically there was the giant Wiggler in, Sunshine. There was a Wiggler boss in SM64 too. Lots in 2D Zelda games. Oh, that's right. There was at least one I can remember in some of the 2D Zeldas. Metroid Other M Lava Boss, okay. So, now with that temple's energy returned, we need to go back and report to Umos that we encountered earlier, way back at the in the central hub world. And then we can head off to Torvos Bog. You remember the guys, remember the Shegaths from Metroid Prime 1? Would it surprise you to learn that they reused that? At least the pirates don't lock the door. Yeah. I'm sure Other M has reused assets too. So Gopher, I don't know if you're watching, but if you are, how's your thesis coming? Let's see. Whoops. Where am I headed? I am headed back that way. Okay. Now with double jump, this jump is far less annoying. And we can go to the Dark World and do some exploring around the dark version of the temple grounds. But if you try to explore the dark version of the temple grounds for too long, you won't get very far, because this is actually a late game area that you're not really supposed to come to. There are important items in this area that we can't get yet because we don't have enough upgrades. However, we can get this missile expansion. Notice there are no light fields here. Like, no light fields anywhere. Except right here next to the portal. I need some more... light ammo. Would you guys be so kind as to give me some? There we go. There's a bunch. There we go. Okay. So at this point, if I wanted to, there is a sequence break I could do right here to get power bombs early by going out of bounds. It's pretty tricky. I'm not gonna do it because that would take too long. But you can jump behind this elevator here, clip out of bounds, and actually get over into another room and collect a power-up from out of bounds. And believe me, getting power bombs this early breaks the game wide open. It's a ton of fun. But I'm pretty sure you have to have the GameCube version to do it, because I don't think you can get away with it on the remakes. They patched a lot of glitches and things in the remakes. Now, I couldn't get this earlier. Or maybe I could have. Yeah, I just needed bombs. No, yeah, I couldn't have gotten it early because I didn't have bombs. There we go. There we go. This is the wrong way. Thought it would put me facing the right way. How silly of me. So we can open the door to Torvos with the amber thing, however, there's a telekinetic barrier in the way. Because Umos doesn't want us leaving without reporting to him. So, technically I think it would. At least the final phase of it. And the spider form would technically count as another spider boss. Honestly, oh man, no, for a second there I was thinking like, you know, how many bosses that Nintendo has made are actually unique? Like, are there any Nintendo bosses that haven't been reused? And for a second, I was thinking, like, maybe the train boss from Star Fox, but then I was like, oh, wait, but then Spirit Tracks came into existence, and there's gotta be a train boss in that. Be on your guard. The Ing do not suffer defeat lightly. They will surely seek revenge for your actions. I forgot to read the first set of text. With the energy lost from the desert region, they will increase their efforts in other lands. Look at my little models. Aren't they great? I've detected unusual amounts of Ing activity in the Torvos sector. The enemy is on the move. Do you like my holograms? I worked real hard on them. The swamplands of Torvos are treacherous. This end can hinder you considerably. Bear this in mind as you move through the bog. Seek the Temple of Torvos. More knowledge awaits you there. May the light of Aether serve you well. The Ing looks suspiciously like Twilight beasts. Why, yes they do. It's almost like Nintendo was reusing this concept. I'm not sure whether Metroid Prime 2 came first or Twilight Princess, but basically they're mirror games. Like this is the Metroid universe's Twilight Princess right here. This is the right direction, isn't it? Okay, no, that way was in from there. That was in from there, so no, it isn't. This is the opposite direction. Or you could say the Twilight Princess is Echoes. Also, remember these things? Surprising to no one, they're back. (2002) 9 for Prime Trilogy, 2006 for Twilight Princess. Okay. So technically, Twilight Princess yeah, Echoes came out. So Echoes came out first. So technically, Twilight Princess was borrowing from this game. One of these is a green door, so yeah, we can't go that way. Hey, look at this structure. This right here should tell you that we're getting a particular power-up later. Ow, hi. Sand bats. Oh my gosh, they turned me around completely. Yeah, there's a lot of reused power-ups from Metroid Prime 1. Man, that hallway's just dark, period. And turn the brightness up on my TV even more. Okay. So... up ahead. So, if you decided you wanted to skip a Morbus, there is a way to reach that light portal. Despite the poison gas here, if you're really good, you can reach it without the dark suit if you're fast. But let's see if I can remember how to do it. For me, it would amount to nothing more than a speed boost. Like, as in me reaching this without having to deal with the obnoxious puzzle that is in this room. But it's pretty tricky. I can't quite remember how to get it done. Was it this wall? Or was it this one? No, it was this one. Yeah. It's like you have to jump at exactly the right angle to get this special slope jump off or something. It's pretty tricky, so I probably won't mess with it too much. Where was it exactly? Was it actually? Yeah, I think it was these little rocks right here, I thought. Oh, I almost did it. Almost. Oh, almost again. If I don't get it pretty quick here, I'll just move on. Oh my gosh, I'm so close each time. Ah. Okay. I'm gonna go back, grab some health, and then I'll do it legit. Alright, so there's a pretty long, drawn-out puzzle here that I'm not super thrilled to do. So freaking close. Like, this is actually a very long puzzle that will take quite some time. Oh yeah, remember these things from Prime 1? Laser eyeballs. So if you don't have the dark suit here, you're screwed. These are the only light fields here, these little columns here. Well, and I guess the central platform, but... Alright. Now that's not all, is there? There's more. Could have swore there was more. Yeah, there's more. Oh. Oh no, it's not that dumb, is it? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's actually that dumb. So if this... Oh my gosh, it is. Okay. Make sure you hit the farthest ones away first so that you can actually... Yeah, there we go. Oh no, now I'm actually trapped. Ah, oh, see? This is why I hate this puzzle. I forgot I have to do this in a very particular order. Okay. So this one will, this one will be blocked off there. So we have to do it specifically from the other side first. Starting with this one. Probably would have been way faster for me to just skip this. Get a face full of night barbs. We're well on our way. This thing literally just drops us off the portal. So Ripple, I checked out Vinland Saga. Like finally, after a while, I've seen a bunch of clips of it now, so I have at least a somewhat of an opinion. Aurora, have you seen Vinland Saga at all? The Vikings anime? Yeah. You hope they do the farm arc, where you're not holding out hope? Yeah, honestly, like, okay. I'll be real with you. Like, the fights, the actual battles and stuff they were alright, and I did like some of the political manipulations that were going on that were kind of interesting a little bit. But ultimately, I kind of don't really like following the adventures of effectively blonde Viking Sasuke around. Because let's be real, that's who he is. What am I missing here? Am I just dumb? Am I blind? Yes, I am. I'm blind. Like, I didn't really like Thorfinn's character very much at all. I was just like, he really is Sasuke. The farm arc. Yeah, just you calling it the farm arc kind of makes me, like, wonder what in the heck you could possibly be talking about. But yeah, like, the show was somewhat interesting, but there were definitely a lot of... Like, the fights were good, like, the fights were cool to watch, but they were definitely still anime fights. For sure, and... Like, Thorfinn wasn't terribly interesting. What's his name? I can't quite pronounce it. Asklad or something? He was sort of interesting, but it's kind of weird how he's effectively raising Thorfinn, despite the fact that Thorfinn wants to kill him. I was kind of like, but why? Another testament here. And welcome to the bog. Here's your welcoming party. Here's your welcoming party. The shredders. Exploding plants. Kind of makes you wonder, how could exploding plants be a thing? Because, like, how would they continue to propagate themselves, I wonder? If they just blow up the first time enemies try to get at them. It would go extinct pretty quick, I would think. They do look sort of like the enemies from Ocarina of Time Hyrule Field. Whatever those things are called. They do sort of look like that. Okay. So, you should be able to tell right away from the fact that walking underwater is slowing me down significantly that we're going to be getting another certain item in a bit. Or at least some kind of equivalent of it. Yeah, going around in water like this is no fun. These guys are great for farming ammunition. Those little fishies are loaded. Tons and tons of stuff. But yeah, it takes double jump just to get up single jumps right now with the water. And then there's these things. These things, the Shriekers, these are quite possibly the most annoying plant enemies in any game I have ever come across. Because they turn invisible. And they can't be tracked. They fire nearly invisible blasts at you. They can't be tracked except with a late game visor. So they're just kinda in the way for a long time. Yep. So let's see, can I go this way? Or do I need to head to the temple first? No, I can go this way. Good. In fact, I think I'm supposed to go this way. Not even gonna bother with the shredders. Oh, but it looks like I have to bother with them here. Thankfully, their explosions affect one another. Otherwise, that might have been too much to handle right there. If I'm not mistaken... Yeah, here it is! So, if you remember the Shegaths, now imagine Shegaths, but combined with alligators. Do that, and you get the Grinchler. They are literally reskinned Shegaths. They have the same exact weakness and everything. The only difference is you're now fighting them in and around water. Yes, these things can swim. Also, they have lightning attacks that are far more accurate than the snowballs the Shegaths had. Well, I say far more accurate, but you can still dodge it by moving quickly. There we go. So fun! The only good news I have for you, Aurora, is that there isn't a giant version. There's no big mama Shegaths. Or Grinchlers in this case. Unless you count the Grapple Guardian. Then I guess there is. But, like, I mean, as normal enemies. Because the giant Shegaths become normal enemies after a little while. But that doesn't happen with the Grinchlers. Oh no. There are far worse things than that in this game. Just wait till you run into Hunter Ing and Commando Pirates. It's not... The plasma beam takes care of Shegaths real easy, though. They become normal enemies, like, just in time for you to be able to beat them real easy. They're not... The giant Shegaths aren't a problem. Also, this thing's back. The giant things that used to be in the lava in Prime 1. You had to shoot them to turn them over as platforms. Ooh, I can't go that way. Oh, yep. I knew that something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. I can't actually go this way, can I? Yep, I needed to go to the temple first. Oh, no, wait a minute. What am I saying? This is the way to the temple, but in the light world, not the dark world. Ugh, I'm getting all mixed up. Oh, yeah, here they are. So, we haven't even encountered regular pirate commandos, and here we have dark pirate commandos. These guys are nasty. They will lock the doors and make it so you cannot leave. They have a ton of health and are excessively annoying because they can stun you. That should have hit. Thankfully, they can still be killed by the dark beam charge shot, which effectively freezes the target, and then you can shatter them with a missile. That's probably the best way to deal with them. Oh. And the other thankful thing is they do leave after a while. They're probably only threatening the first time you encounter them. After that, they're just annoying. Oh, here's actually a new enemy. You'll get to see in just a minute a new plant enemy that's kind of annoying. Let's see if I can, yeah, here it is. This is called a sporb, and it likes to eat morph balls. I will say this, Retro did do a great job on the, on all the different, creatures and things you can find in the games. Like, there are a few reused things here and there, but for the most part, like, this doesn't feel the same as the Chozo, forest area. Like the Talon overworld. This doesn't at all feel the same. I'll walk past this guy. Here we go. This is what I needed. Here's hoping Retro Studios can do a similarly good job with Prime 4. That looks suspicious. And that's why it looked suspicious. More energy. Much needed. Now, I forget. Can we go this way? No, we cannot. Not yet. Uh-oh. What'd you dig up, Aurora? Is Retro not able to handle it? Oh, and now for another instance of the title of this stream coming true. Silly space pirates. How many times do you have to ambush Samus before you realize it's a bad idea? Also, they just lost their main lore guy? Oh. That doesn't, you're right, that doesn't sound encouraging, but who knows? Anyway. Super missiles! Now we can blow things up better. Just get a little extra dark ammo here. That'll work. Still though, they lost their main lore guy. Like, did he quit or did they fire him? And was he the same guy that did the lore for Prime 1, 2, and 3? A great warrior comes to the Temple of Torvos. May you succeed where I failed. I am Avok, the last sentinel of this temple. Heed my words carefully. As you can see, this temple has been crippled by the ravages of war. While the main chamber has been mostly preserved, the remainder of the temple has been flooded. Great. You must use your abilities to venture into these flooded areas and find the keys you need to enter the Dark Temple. The waters of Dark Aether are foul and venomous. Avoid them if you can. I have updated your translator module. Oh, you can access devices and doors coded with emerald holograms. Search the area is now opened to you. The Ing will seek your light with great zeal. Do not underestimate them. The time for talk is over. Good hunting. May the light of Aether guide your aim. Good hunting indeed. Now that we have the light beam, the Ing are easily hunted down. We could have waited for the elevator, but why? Samus, after all, takes basically no fall damage, so no reason to wait. Let's see, okay. So we can't go that way. Ah, but we can go this way. However, I'm still trying to remember. Is this the point we need to turn around? Where are they? Here we go. Hey, here's the regular Preed. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is here where we have to... Do we have to get multi-missile first to get through here? Can't remember. No, there's no controller on that side. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't need multi-missile yet. Alright. 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Dropping my controller all over the floor. All right. So, Aurora, ready for something really terrifying? If you thought the Grenchlers were bad, have fun with these things. Okay. So that's just there to show... Yeah, mini Morpheals. Yeah, that's basically what you're staring at. Ooh. They're basically sharks, is what they are. Let's see. So now we need to go around. To use the platform that it has provided us with. To get around to the other ones. Oh, we do have to have multi-missile for this. Well. Okay then. Guess we're going back after all. So this is our first semi-backtracking section that we have to go through. So multi-missile, I believe, is a brand new power-up. Well, brand new to the Prime series at this point, because I don't think Prime had it. Yeah, in fact, I'm almost 100% certain Prime did not have it. Let's see, where am I going? Yes, I am leaving the bog, going this way. Past the translator door? Yeah, okay. So if you played Prime 1, you will definitely have not seen this before. Once we get to it. It's also a good opportunity to get back to our ship. Here's a map station. I'll take this. As you can clearly see, there's a lot of stuff under the temple here for us to do. Lots of fun. Can I get back this way? I think I can. Alright. So Ripple, what do you think of this game so far? I can already guess what Aurora thinks of it. I can sort of see that. I will admit there was a little bit more diversity in Prime 1's repertoire. Oh yeah. The game, the pacing of this game is significantly faster. Because like I said, you get double jump way sooner in this game. Just kind of abuse the extra large supply of missiles they give us in this game. Oh. Whoopsie. Oh. Did I need to come from it? Oh, I needed to come from that angle. Oops. Oh, come on. Telling me I failed that jump of all things. What am I doing wrong here? Okay. No, alright, I see. It's a morph ball path. That's why. That's why I'm confused. And it should be right there. Okay. Game. Stop it. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That's why I didn't see it. It has been a while since I've played this, because I don't remember everything perfectly. Now we can get through this. Oh, that's right, we can make it through that. Well, but there's nothing we can do over there. Not yet. So you think you'll want to play this game, Ripple, or do you just want to watch it? Because I think it's worth your time to play it. Is it faster to go this way, or? I'm trying to remember the fastest way to go. This might not have been the fastest way. Oh, it wants me to... Oh, okay. No, I gotta go back down. It's faster to go this way. Okay. Well, I'll be sure to leave at least a few things for you to actually enjoy, like the log entries. The log entries are pretty good. That, and I wasn't really planning to 100% this game anyway. I mean, unless you want to see me 100% it. But that would take a little bit. Hey, look, our ship is slightly more repaired after its encounter with a single lightning bolt. You would think all of Samus's advanced technology wouldn't be so fragile. But this is a full reload, as well as a save. Can't seem to get through here. Except there totally is a way. Question is, do I remember it? Go through that. Don't we need boost ball for this? What am I doing wrong here? I'm getting the order mixed up somehow. Yeah, we need boost ball to do this. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I forgot about... That's what. Okay. Okay, well... This backtracking wasn't a waste, but I did forget something. The game misled me. I thought I needed multi-missile, and I do, but they don't tell you that you need boost ball in order to get multi-missile. You have to backtrack and then find that out. This is where the exploration part comes in. Because they expect you to really explore all your options at this point, and I forgot the order. That's because the last time I played this game, I did it out of order. Okay. So, boost ball guardian. I need to go through the portal. Yeah, it's through the portal. That's what it is. Okay. There are Grinchlers everywhere now. Nintendo just decided, let's spam them everywhere. The players killed like 2 at this point, right? So they should be able to handle a zillion more. Okay, so now... Oh, that platform needs to be lowered. So I need to go around through there. That's what's up. Okay. Oh, that wrong turn. Let's see, yeah, you can't make that with a double jump. You have to go through this. Which means dealing with this guy. Yeah, if there's any part of the game that's slow, it's gonna be right here in the middle of it. I don't know what it is with, like, the Metroid games in, like, foresty regions. Because it's kind of like this in 3, too. But like, Talon Overworld and Chozo Ruins was like the slowest part of that game, and now Torvos is probably the slowest part of 2. If I had to choose a part of 2 that's the slowest, it would definitely be this. Lots of running around. Lots of big circles. That's honestly what it is. You have to make a lot of loops and circles through different areas. Hi, Grinchler, in a tiny hallway. And how about nope? That actually didn't come out. I'll take this hologram. And we'll peace out of here. Oh, yeah, this fight. Whenever you hear this theme, time for Pirate Commandos. Not too smart standing next to Phazon, guys. Couple dark beam shots. Yeah. They just left Phazon out in the open? Are they dumb? Yes. They never learn, remember? They never learn. They've ambushed Samus how many times, and they still don't get it? Let's see, that leads to the Dark World. What was there? What was the point in going there? Actually, I don't think there is any point in going there yet. I think. Or is there? Oh no, that's right, there is, because you can't actually get up here. Okay. Space pirates have the intelligence of a single clam when you put them all together. Yeah, that's about right. Ooh. So here's our introduction to Hunter-ing. Hunter-ing are basically the prototypes for the phasing Metroids in Prime 3, because these things can just kind of become intangible. Yeah, see, like, just kind of can't hit him. And of course, Dark Aether's atmosphere is still poisonous. Yet somehow they're able to splice DNA, yeah. Accidentally, probably. Yeah, nice D&D reference. Speaking of which, Aurora, you normally use the off weeks to plan for what you're gonna do next in your Ruby D&D, right? But last time we talked, you said like everybody went completely in a direction you didn't expect. So like, what plans do you have to fix that? Have you come up with a way to fix everything yet, or? Okay, where am I going from here? I mean, over here, but yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. Like, since everybody jumped ahead in the story, like, you gotta wait a gonna have to use an OC NPC, but it'll work out. Okay, I was just curious if you had a plan to fix everybody going off course the way you told me they did. Ugh. And this room is just simply hard to see anything in. Alright. Here we go. But they cut us some slack. Also, spinners. Spinners will be a thing shortly. Jedi Arthur Dent. Sounds like an interesting experience. Okay. So, there are perhaps two, and I really do mean exactly two parts of this game that are actually hard. Like, straight up hard. Like, cause most of this game is super generous with like the drops and everything, so like everything's really easy. This is one of the rare instances where the game decides to not be easy. Now, the last time I fought the Boost Guardian, I just used a power bomb that I sequence broke to get and killed him instantly. He is much more challenging when you don't have that. There are no light fields here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. You have to lay bombs in his path. That's what's up. That's right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so once you stun him enough... Oh, that was dumb. That was very dumb.
Nope. And back to this again. Ugh. Gonna need that health. This is a pretty intense fight. I actually have to concentrate for this. They do give you little inglets to maybe get some health off of. Forget they auto-unrolled you after this. Health. Need health. Jeez, he bounces so much. I mean, basically the strategy is continue to lay bombs. And eventually he'll stop boosting around. And you'll get some health pickups on the way. There we go. Ooh. Like, you'll notice, he took 3 energy tanks out of me. Like, honestly, that's a lot more work than most bosses do. And I have been pushed to the limit with this boss before. Okay, now we can get the multi-missile. Now I can finally read that comment Ripple posted a while ago. I lost my house, and now I lost my towel, and I'm so depressed right now. Oh. Step 1 of being a Jedi. How to overcome depression. And actually, before I forget, gotta make sure to get this, or it's a long trek back to get it. So... Ah, no. Get up there. Okay. There we go. Now we can get across that. All right, now that we have boost ball, now we can make some progress. Get to a better lit area. No more dark world. Can't see a thing. Really? What's your theory? Must be a long theory. Here's a creature that only exists in this room. Oh. That's right, technology scan. Oh. Here we go. Now, if we wanted to, we could go into the dark world, open that super missile door, but I already know that's not the way to go. At least not yet. Call Origin flashbacks during Volume 6, where the Dark Brother wiped out the magically gifted humans. Well, what if he destroyed them? They returned to dust and magically induced dust fused with nature to form actual dust. So basically what you're saying is dust is like the remains of all those people that were wiped out. Maybe fused with some natural, the ashes of the precursor humans. Honestly, that was my theory too, but I wasn't sure because I was just like, I don't know. They could come up with a bunch of different explanations for it too. That would lead to the Dark Temple, so yeah, I want to go this way. No lightning shooting alligators. Yeah, I mean, it does make some sense. I totally agree with you. Yeah, you're right. The alternative is for them to effectively come up with another explanation out of thin air, because as far as I can tell, there's not really any foreshadowing for much else. This time I know where I'm going. And we've already opened the shortcut, so we'll get there real fast. boost across that. You really should watch Ruby Ripple. It's a good show. Like, it's actually a good show. And it's pretty short. That's probably the most appealing part, is that you can watch all of season 1 in like 3 hours. Which one governs the middle rings here? There we go. No, that has to be the solution, actually. Turn, yeah, okay. So I need to turn that ring in the middle there first. Now I need the one that controls rings 3 and 4 specifically. And they should... There we go. Line up perfectly. And now here's a brand new power-up. The Seeker Launcher. We cannot actually reach that portal yet. But it will be essential to the game later. But for right now, Seeker Launcher lets us lock onto multiple targets and hit them all simultaneously. So tell me, Ripple, how does Thorfinn's character improve in the farm arc? No I don't, Aurora, and I'm about to end anyway. But I'm just curious. How does his character change? Because he gets over his edgy phase and grows up? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Like, what happens to make him do that? Does he actually get his revenge and kill the guy? Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for tonight. I started a little late, but I streamed a little late to kind of make up for it. But that was just because I had to figure out the brightness thing. But hopefully the game is bright enough for everybody now. Again, If it's not, I can always fix it now. Now that I know how, I can adjust it even midstream if I need to. Yeah. Yeah, he is an overgrown child. I completely agree. Or at least that's all I've seen of him so far. I don't know that I'll actually watch the show, but we'll see. I keep seeing clips of it on YouTube, so maybe. It's one of those things I gotta find time for. A good character, just not a likable one. Okay. I suppose that's fair. I suppose that's a fair description. Anyway, thank you both for coming. We'll pick this back up on Friday and probably beat Torvos easily. Probably get a good way into Sanctuary too. I expect this game will probably take 2, maybe 3 more streams to complete. It's not that long. So it shouldn't take too many more. Anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying it. I had fun chatting with you all. Thank you for coming. See you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is where most people tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And while I would appreciate you doing all that, if you enjoyed my content, come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrinfiniteX so you can watch and chat with me while I make these. I'm a family-friendly streamer, so everybody's welcome. Throw me a follow on Twitch and Twitter so you can get notifications when I go live. Links will be down in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to meeting you.